Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we've got a bottle of Hawkstone Lager, 4.8% ABV, brewed at Cotswold Brew Co. in Burton-on-the-Water in Gloucester. Yeah, 4.8. Obviously, everybody knows this, don't they? Jeremy Clarkson's brewery. Well, it isn't, is it? It's a brand. It's his brand, isn't it, I guess. But I think he has put a bit of money into the brewery, I think. I'm surprised for you. I bet that most of what they're making these days down at Cotswold Brewery, which existed before all this palaver kicked off regarding Clarkson's farm. So if you want to see anything more about that, I'm sure you've seen Simon over at Real Ale Craft Beer. Pay them a visit. But I think from what I understand, they've got a really high spec kit, which is quite a simple brewery in a lot of ways. But I've had some others. I'll talk about that while I'm pissing around essentially. But beer in the glass. Pin bright, absolutely pin bright, pale, very pale copper coloured beer. There is a slightly reddy hue to it. Quite a dappled newspaper coloured head. Not much of a head. You mean lager? Come on, one thing we've learned from the Germans. Foam is your friend. Very important is foam. We don't have much of that, but quite a bubbly, kind of like carbonation. It is what it is. So, put it on the table, because I've got to pour this quite full dinner. So a gentle swirl and a gentle sniff. I am a little bit congested. I flew to Poland and back, as it happened, last weekend. I'm still fucking got that air pressure on the planes. Ugh. Anyway. So, brandy snaps. Do you know the kind of old 1980s? Do you remember the 1980s? 1980s Christmas pudding treat. It's got a bit of that going on. It's got a bit of, yeah, maybe something that is towards iron brew, oddly. There's a kind of a unleavened dough. Oh, yeah. Stick that one in your scrapbook, I tell you. But that kind of soft and sweetened, kind of enriched dough, kind of brioche kind of thing. And that salinity, maybe slight kind of metallic quality that you often do get from kind of noble hops. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Less of the waffle, more of the supping. Cheers. It's all right. Hawkstone Lager. So I had this like session pills or something like that. Perfectly fine. I just had it one Sunday afternoon. I had like a session, a couple of more session strengthy ones. I kept this and the IPA because I thought there'd be a bit more interest in these. I think I'd say they're the more prominent kind of like brands. That's really interesting. Where does that sit in the whole gamut of lager? I mean, I don't drink a hell of a lot. I mean, I love German lager. I love Czech lager. Don't drink a lot of big macro brands, does it? Does it kind of taste like a small brewery making a macro lager? Something that reminds me of dried orange peel. It's got a slight sweetened, fruity note. Got a fair amount of body for a lager. Not the quickest, slurpingest ale you're ever going to find. There is a slight hint of bitterness. Once again, I'm getting this like orange peel thing. Yeah, slight hint of brioche, sweetened dough. Ends with that kind of orange peel thing. It's not orange peel. It's got a hint of orange peel to it. It's got a kind of like a slight hedgerowy kind of tang to the, I presume. I mean, are these? I don't know what hops are using in it. I presume maybe it's English hop. Grain supposedly from the Diddley Squat farm. So you're probably getting quite quite an interesting malt character. Maybe it's something more kind of traditional. Maybe not. It's not straight up kind of. I mean, it don't strike me as like a lager malt you get from Bairds or Muntons or people like that. It's got a bit more ale malt character to me. It's not uber crisp and fresh and like the other ones were actually. And this is a lot more malt character going on. Excuse me. A lot more malt character going on. But it's perfectly fine. It's not a million miles off a kind of like a golden ale or heading towards a best bitter. If you gave me this blind, I don't think I'd say it was a lager. Saying that, perfectly nice. It's not, I mean, I'd be entertained to put this next to like an Hawkstone or something like that and be like, not even close. I said it's not a bad beer, it's just I don't think it really is all that lagery, if you know what I mean. So, perfectly nice, and that is Hawkstone Lager, 4.8% ABV, from Burton-on-the-Water, the poshest location that has ever existed on this channel, made by Cotswold Brew Co. Nice stuff, if not explicitly a lager. I'm Rob from HopZine, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.